down, ready to punt Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A great call there and a big run on the draw. 45 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Corral sets up play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now for emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action with Wilson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it worked works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Again, Wilson. And Walker has it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Behind the chain, second and 12. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Corral here working from the gun.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
The Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Corral looking to throw.
His throw incomplete.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another Charger.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Corral to throw once again.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Gerald Everett. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
And they'll run again. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
To throw on second and 10, Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these 2 clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Corral on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second and 10, Corral. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On third down, Corral. And it's out. He put it on
on the carpet, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here's Corral on first down.
Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Corral.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Seahawks 7.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Walker, he was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 31, Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Play action, Corral.
Rolling to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral.
And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Corral. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Corral looking for another pass here. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. On 1st down, it's Corral. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Corral with it. 1st down here. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, Corral. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Seahawks 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Corral with it on 1st down.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some.
Now again, it's Corral.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Right back to him on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
At the 5-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... Of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with his game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Next to score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Let's go. Second and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just about on his own goal line. Let's take it at around the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
On first down, Corral.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Corral looking to throw it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Moore, the man in motion. Second down and goal. Corral. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
Corral on third and goal.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had set.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
52, Seahawks 14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Here's Corral on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for LA. 68 yards.
Corral looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Corral. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated... is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 59, Seahawks 20.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got that. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to Walker on first down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correct.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 49.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So, for the Chargers,
they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss. A perfect 17-0 on the regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.